This is why machine shops have a tough time. They get a bad rap. People think they're going to get ripped off, and they don't understand the kind of work it takes. This is a set of heads that came in from a customer who had these rebuilt at another machine shop that's in business today. And this is the kind of work they're doing. This guy went in there, he said, rebuild my cylinder heads, whatever it needs. They're Edelbrock Performer, aluminum heads. Didn't say do it cheap, just he wanted them rebuilt. And this is what he got. This is literally what came back, all right? And I'm looking at them like, wow, they're pretty dirty looking. The springs are rusty. A few red flags. You can see the carbon in the ports. Nothing's been, look at that. Nothing was blasted. I mean, maybe they cleaned them in a solvent cleaner or something, but pretty dirty to me. This is literally I'm taking them apart for the first time, okay? Look at the gook. That's used motor oil. And it stinks. Dirty. Everything's filthy, all right? He says the guy barely spoke English. He says he cut the valves. I'm thinking, what the hell does that mean? I can only imagine. Well, it turns out these are the hardware from the other head. So they didn't obviously reface them. They didn't clean them or blast them or anything, but these are just stainless valves that came with it. You can feel the belly in the face of the valve with my fingernail. So they lapped them. You can see the lapping, you know how dull it is. So they lapped all the valves in. I mean, look at the spark plug still got anti-seize all over them. This is a beautiful set of heads that just come fresh from a machine shop. The bill was $600. They did a nice cookie job on the gasket. I'm sure that's going to seal great. But the best part of the whole thing is they're resurfaced. Fresh resurface job on a belt sander. Looks great, doesn't it? To the untrained eye, it looks like they're surfaced. Look at this. There's still dowel pins in the holes. How are you going to sand them on a belt sander with the dowel pins sticking out of the hole? Popping out of there. Look at that. Look at that. They didn't even take the dowel pins out of the holes. The carbon in the chambers, nothing's been cleaned. So when I go to surface these correctly, I'll ink it up and you'll see that all the leading edges are all rolled under. This surface is so far from flat. I mean, these things are probably not going to be sealing. You can see the old machine marks in between the sanding marks. It's disgusting. This is what a guy paid $600 to get, fresh from a machine shop. And now I got to go through it again and charge him again. And I feel bad for the guy. Look how rusty the springs are.